Joel, there is still a lot we don't know about how this hostage release came to be. President Trump is saying it's a step taken in good faith towards the United States. How significant is it if the U.S. made this deal unilaterally with Hamas?
Yeah, Anna, of course, first and foremost, getting Edan out is a victory for him, for his family. It's a wonderful moment to see a humanitarian success. There still are 58 more hostages, both deceased and alive, that need to come out, and that needs to be top priority. This negotiation, it's a fascinating dynamic that we're watching right now, but unfortunately, there's no clarity about how this fits into ending this war, getting the hostages out, and getting relief into Gaza. It seems almost like a one-off. Hamas may be doing what others are doing in the region of providing some type of positive a gift or action to try to take advantage of the fact that President Trump is going to be in the region. So I don't really know if this is going to lead to any further negotiations. And also, without Israel in the room as part of this, it doesn't feel like a sustainable program that we're witnessing. So it's a wonderful moment, but a lot of open questions about how sustainable this is going to actually be.
The president choosing Saudi Arabia, Qatar, the United Arab Emirates for his first diplomatic trip rather than visiting close allies. What message is he sending by going this direction?
Well, he's sending a message that he wants transactions and deals with the Persian Gulf states, and that's his priority.
Joel, weigh in on this. Is there a conflict of interest?
A big one, Anna. Look, the Qataris are clearly an American ally, but, you know, this is the height of corruption. We should not have the American president receiving a gift from a foreign government, regardless of the country from which it's coming. And if he wanted to make this clean, at least at a minimum, commit to having this become the official Air Force One going forward, not go to his personal library just to continue supporting him and his legacy. So the Qataris have figured it out in the rational world how to influence the American president, and that's to send him very expensive gifts.
All right. Thank you so much, Joel Rubin and Susan Page. Really appreciate you sticking with me throughout this past hour. What's going through your mind as we await news of Edan Alexander's release?
Anna, it clearly is an emotional moment. For me personally, over the past 2 weeks, I've been attending Israeli Memorial Day services as well as Independence Day services known as Yom HaZikaron and Yom HaAtzmaut. And at each of these services and events, we talk about and people talk about the hostages and getting them released. I can't tell you how deeply it matters to the American Jewish community in particular to have these hostages released and the travesty of their being there for nearly 18 months, as you pointed out. So for Edan to come out, it's a beautiful moment. As we discussed earlier, though, there's so many other questions that remain that have to be addressed politically as well. But on a humanitarian level, it's crucial. It's long past due, and I'm grateful that he's able to come home and be free and be released.
And we are now getting confirmation from Hamas that the handover has taken place, and Hamas putting out a statement saying it comes as part of the efforts being made by mediators to achieve a ceasefire, open the crossings, and allow aid and relief to reach our people in the Gaza Strip. What does that tell you, Joel, about how Hamas, just the state of Hamas at this moment, and how Hamas is looking at its prospects in this ongoing battle with Israel?
You know, a couple of things to think through here. One is they are leaning in publicly to the idea that they want a ceasefire. That creates a window for diplomacy. It means that when President Trump goes out to the region, while he may want this to be a business discussion, he's going to get an earful about how there needs to be a real day-after plan for the long-term peace in that region. And one of the key things I know we've talked about this, is that getting Israel to become a normalized country across the region means having an agreement with Saudi Arabia. That's been part of the whole plan. And it looks like President Trump's talking about maybe not bringing Israel in. We don't know. But Saudi is always demanding a two-state solution as part of that. This kind of Arab role in normalizing Israel into the Middle East is crucial. That needs to continue to remain top of mind. Pushing Hamas towards that and allowing them to getting them to allow the Palestinian people in Gaza to breathe must be part of that as well. So we do need robust diplomacy to resolve all these issues. It is a good sign to see a hostage release, but we're going to need to see real engagement by this administration to really resolve the issues and not just take one-offs or individual photo ops, which I fear sometimes is the case.